Hey everybody, welcome to another video. You may have just watched a long, almost an hour video of unboxing of these four beautiful, uh, so you can see all four of them. Here you go. Four of these Rough Ryder beautiful knives from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I've unboxed them in the previous video and extensively talked about them. Not in great detail, but just the philosophy of why I collected these or chose these knives. But right now, I'm going to show you or demonstrate how sharp these knives are or how usable they are straight out of the box. I have not done anything to these knives. I have not stropped them. I have not sharpened them or nothing. So I'm just going to show you how sharp or not sharp they come straight out of the box compared to perhaps knives that are used for practical use every day, carry knives like this. Okay, so are these just for show? Are these just collectibles? We're about to find out. Okay, let's start with the Patriot Collection canoe knife. I'm just going to be using their main blade. Here is some packing paper that came with the knives that I will try to show. Absolutely not. Will not cut paper unless you catch it at a specific angle and use if you're using it like this, yes, it'll cut, but far as in cutting straight through, it won't do it. And in fact, I could demonstrate by running my thumb on the blade. Any other kind of knife, if I did this, I'd be bleeding right now. So no. Are these blades sharp? No. So with sharpening and stropping, yes, you can get it sharpened to use as a practical everyday knife. But I would venture to say 440 steel, you probably wind up having to sharpen it a lot. But because they are collectible and they're beautiful, and for the price, why not have it, right? If you're into knives. If you're into collecting knives, I think they're perfect. I'm going to do this Southwestern one. Again, I can pretty much run my thumb on the blade with moderate, not a lot of pressure. I mean, if I press down hard and do it, sure, it's going to break the skin. But this much, any other sharp knife, I would be bleeding right now. Probably need stitches. All right, let's see if this will cut paper. Nope. Just like the first one, no. So if you want to use this for practical knives, yes, you would have to put some work into it. You do have to sharpen them, and you have to strop them and put a little bit of work into them. And yes, then you will have semi-sharpened knives that you can use practically every day. This whittler is supposed to be sharp enough to whittle with. Let's see if it'll at least cut paper. Out of all of the knives, this has the roughest opening. Not very smooth. May need some oil, or perhaps it was tightened too much at the factory. I don't know, but let's see if it'll cut. Surprisingly, yes. This is sharp enough to cut paper. And rightly so, because it is supposed to be a whittler. It's supposed to whittle wood. So yes, I am pretty sure this is supposed to be a little sharper. Now, mind you, these are collectibles. They are specifically made to commemorate a specific tradition, like Southwest Patriot These are collectibles, so the blades are probably not going to be focused on sharpness, but you can sharpen these. This is supposed to be a practical whittler. It's supposed to be used to whittle knives. Is this razor sharp? No. But as you can see, it is sharper than the other two. And it will cut through. Well, it was cutting through. Yeah. So, definitely with a little bit more work on this, it can serve as a very fine, very good whittler. Strop, sharpen regularly, and I have no doubt this would serve its intended purposes. So yes, for the price, can't beat it. Now we're gonna move into the fisherman's knife. I'm curious. Let's test this the degouger blade and see if that'll cut. Well, it actually feels very sharp, but it has a serrated, very micro serrated edge. So it's not going to slice through paper. No. But since it has a micro serrated blade and feels sharp, it'll cut through fish bone. It'll cut through fish scales. I'm sure this will cut off fish heads very well. I'm almost certain of that. It does feel very sharp. But it's not going to cut through paper smoothly because it is micro serrated. Okay. Now let's move on to the main blade. And see if this will cut paper. Yes. Just like the whittler's knife. It is sharp enough. But you can still lightly run your thumb across the blade and not cut yourself. But it is sharp. So these two here, purposely built for functionality, for specific tasks, for whittling and for fishing. Yes, they do come practically sharp enough to function as what they were intended to be used for. Okay, these two here, butter knives, you know, slightly better than butter knives. I would say this would equal to maybe a butter knife. But if you these are far easier to sharpen than butter knives and strop them, and of course they will cut well enough as these. But if you sharpen these and strop these, I'm sure these will cut well enough as these. Okay, now be honest with you, I won't press down hard, but yes, I can run my thumb on this too. It's a Civivi Elementum. But if I press down and pulled where the fat hugged the fat of my thumb hugged the edge, and I did that, yeah, it would break the skin a little bit. So, but to be fair, let's look at this. Yep, it'll cut through. Now I have used the heck out of this blade and stropped it and sharpened it a few times, many times. So it's not always consistent, but this is the utility knife for me, everyday carry. I have said some negative things about this knife in the past, but the more I use it, the more I keep it, the more I carry it. I love it more than I hate it. Every day I grow more fond of this knife than disliking it. Civivi Elementum, S35 VN steel. I use this harshly. I have abused this knife in all sorts of ways, and the blade still kept semi-clean, no rust, no damage, no real damage. Still utilitarianly practical. Love this knife. Okay, everyday carry, practical use, and of course the tried and true Victorinox. sharp. And I have used the blades on these and have sharpened them and sharpened them as well. So it just depends on how I've done doing that. That determines their performance. But like I said, I have no doubt that these will perform very well, even better if I sharpen and strap them. I, for the money, you can't beat the look and quality of them. Love it. These right here, I'm just gonna leave them alone. I'm not gonna sharpen them. I'm not gonna strap them. They're just gonna stay the way they are because to me they're collectibles. They're just so beautiful to hold, look at. They're ornaments to me. I wouldn't look at them as actual knives that I would use. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll decide to purchase the same ones again, and I'll keep those still in the box, unopened, whatever. And maybe I will sharpen these and use these occasionally on special occasions for everyday carry, kind of not everyday carry, but special occasion carry. Okay, you know, whenever I'm going out and I don't want to carry anything utilitarian, but I still want a knife on me, I would probably put this in my suit pocket or my dress pocket, dress pants pocket or something, you know, just to have a knife on me. And yeah, then I would sharpen this up. And this one here, I might just carry around just to have with me because it's so beautiful. It is. I love it. You know, just by carrying it around, it might get rusty, it might fade, and this and that. If that happens, I'll probably buy another one of these just to keep it stored. But brand new, the way it looks, I love it. If I went to the knife store and looked at this and didn't really know anything about it, I would probably buy this for 30, 40, 50 bucks. You know, that's how much to me it appeals to my senses. But this was very cheap. The previous video I made, an unboxing video, at the end of the video it shows the price of each one. I took a picture of the inventory, and at the end of the video it shows it. So, but anyway, just wanted to demonstrate the sharpness of these Rough Ryder knives and the practicality of them. If you're looking for a knife for everyday use, and you don't really care about looks, you don't really care about collecting knives, and you want something functional, I would recommend going with us. And you just want a simple folder knives, I would go with Victorinox knives. You can't go wrong with them. They do come pretty sharp, and they're not that hard to keep strapped and sharp and make it even sharper. And they have functionality of multi-tools. Leatherman is another way to go. If you want an everyday quick access blade, and that's all you want, and you want quality blade, but you don't want to spend a ton of money like on a Benchmade or something like that, I would definitely go with the CVV knives. CVV Elementum. This one here looks beautiful, very well made. I've carried this several months. Works fine. The blade quality is great because it is S35VN. Holds edge pretty decent, fairly easy to sharpen and keep in good working condition. Quality wise, yes, there is some jiggling here when you do this, but it's not to the point where you feel as though it's gonna break on you. Like I said, I have used this for work and all that, so it is understandable that it's coming slightly looser than when it was brand new. But far as its functionality and appearance, is holding up very well. And this will be my everyday carry forever, okay? Because I seriously doubt I'm going to spend almost $150, $160, $200 for a Benchmade when I could buy one of these. If I lose this, I have said I probably wouldn't, but I probably would purchase another CVV Elementum in S35VN steel or even D2 steel, just depending on what I feel like spending at the time. But it's not going to cost anywhere near what a Benchmade costs. This one here, with tax, shipping, and everything, cost me $90 maybe. Not sure, I don't quite remember the exact number, but it was under $100. And you can get one of these CVV Elementum in D2 steel for about $50 to $60. Okay, and yeah. But there you have it. Demonstration of these Rough Ryder knives. Thanks again for watching this long video. I thought I'd do a demonstration video instead of just showing you the knives and just talking about them. I hope you enjoyed it. If you found this video entertaining or informative, please like and subscribe. Thank you.